All right, everyone, we're back. Another Monday, another start of the week. It's episode, what are we, 23 now? 23 consistent episodes. Consistent upload.
MJ.
Look at that. That's
Wow.
pretty good. Pretty
Monday,
good for us. Especially with all the work that we're getting. So yeah, it's Monday. We're doing good. Feeling well.
A little bit of news out here.
Not a lot of, a lot of NBA news. A couple trades happened today.
Yeah.
So, and we'll get into that. But we also have a top 20 winger list in the NHL to finish off our final, you could say, positioning
I
list.
guess so, yeah.
We did our goaltenders, we did our defenders, and we did our centers. So last but not least, we were top 20 wingers. So it was very tough to make that list. It's for myself, and Justin.
Yeah. It was tough also.
It was kind of a little on the fence there. Might disagree. We both might disagree on some of our picks, but I don't think that we'll have the similar players, like pretty much the same players, but like different order.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we'll start with the NBA.
Yeah, we'll start off with the NBA because then if we talk about this list, then
yeah,
we're not even gonna have time. So let's get into the big news here.
Breaking news today.
Breaking news today. CP3, Chris Paul, going to the Suns in exchange for who's it? Kelly Oubre. I think Kelly Oubre.
Ricky Rubio, a first, and I think another prospect. One prospect.
Just for Chris Paul.
Yeah,
honestly,
just for Chris. No. It was Chris Paul and someone else. I forget his name, but it was some like casual player. So
take that. The Suns kind of won that, you could say.
yeah, they did.
They got probably OKC's best player. Probably their best player. Now, I honestly think the Suns might make the playoffs next year. They might.
I don't think they will. No, I don't think they will. I still have no faith in the Suns until they actually prove me.
You have no faith. Maybe in the East. Maybe in the East they would make it, but like the West is just way too hard. Like, oh man.
Yeah,
like the Golden State Warriors are going to be good next year. Yeah. The Lakers, Clippers, Denver, I said
Memphis
Clippers,
is still in the mix.
Mavericks, Portland, yeah. Rockets might even make it. Like, who knows?
New Orleans, it might be in the mix too.
But what does that? What does that mean for the Thunder? I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs.
I think they're taking now. I think they're taking now. And they also traded Dennis Schroeder to the Lakers for Danny Green and a first round pick. So it's clear that they're tanking. It looks like. Let's be honest.
We told you guys on Friday. Look out for some big NBA news, and so the Suns go ahead and trade for Chris Paul. Pretty surprising there, to be honest.
And Lakers get Dennis Schroeder from the Oklahoma City Thunder again.
And Danny Green's on the move again. Literally was
what is that?
Three teams in 3 seasons. Wow. Can you believe that?
Four teams overall. Wow.
Yeah, 4 teams in like 3 seasons or 4 seasons. Isn't that crazy?
And he has 3 rings.
3 rings for this guy. Like
3 rings on 3 teams.
He could have maybe he 3-peats if he goes to OKC.
Yeah,
maybe he 3-peats with 3 different teams. Be like the first player in history or something like that.
No, he isn't. He isn't.
Oh yeah, he isn't.
He's on. What's his name? He was on the Raptors. Was it Stanley? No, what's it Stanley Johnson? It was something Miller.
Speaking of him, Speaking of Stanley Johnson, I don't think he's going to be with the Raptors next season.
No, I think they exercised his player option today.
There's something happened with him today.
Yeah. He's going to be on the roster next season. I think $3.8 million next year. $3.8 million.
I know, it's crazy. Yeah, there's a lot. It's only Monday too, and all this news of the NBA broke out. So, and the draft is also on Wednesday. Probably not going to be doing a draft video.
Yeah, I don't think so.
We don't know much. We don't know much about the bottom 15 players.
Yeah. That's
true.
We wouldn't like the top 5.
We wouldn't really. It wouldn't excite you guys. It wouldn't excite you guys as much as our NHL. By the way, you still owe me $5 from that. So,
yeah, I know. I got you.
I'm still waiting for my $5 there.
Don't worry. Next time.
So yeah. So look out for a bunch of NBA news to come out this week. Maybe something with James Harden because he might be on the move to Brooklyn or the Sixers. He definitely wants out. Westbrook could be gone as well. So we'll update you guys on the next episode, which is probably on Friday. We'll let you know then if anything else happens. So our final. I think that's it, right? No soccer news. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about one more thing. both our team, Italy, took a nice dub. Took a dub the other day in the Nations League, Group A, because we're definitely that high quality team. Won 2-0 against Poland, which is great. We like Italy winning 2-0. We like that. Top of the group. Top of the group now, which is OP. So we'll take that.
That is OP.
And and that's it. So let's move on. No NHL signings. Nothing has happened so far.
Nothing really.
Still haven't found out a date for when they're going to start. Probably going to be January or February. So
we're probably
get to our top 20 NHL wingers list for 2020. This will be based on this season's performance from each player, and maybe last season's, because every player here on my list, I feel like had a decent or good season for sure.
Yeah. Overall. Do you want to start or I start?
Okay. How about you go. You start.
Okay. I'll start. You already know I'm gonna do my honorable mentions. So, Teravainen is an honorable mention. Tyler Bertuzzi, Johnny Gaudreau is an honorable mention. And JT
really?
Miller.
Huh?
Yes, I couldn't find a place for him. I was thinking of doing top 25, but I'm like, nah. And JT Miller is an honorable mention too. So we'll get started.
Wait, hang on. Remember last episode when we did the set? I think it was 2 episodes ago. We did centers.
Yeah.
Did we forget to put Bo Horvat in there? I think we forgot.
We did.
I think we forgot to put Bo Horvat in there.
Yeah, but is he a top 20 center though?
That's the thing. He did good in the playoffs.
He did great, but is he a top 20 center? I don't think I would put him over anyone. Maybe Kopitar, but
I don't know. Anyways,
I'll put him
off topic.
Okay.
Off topic. Let's get it to our top 20. So who do you got at number 20?
I have from the Winnipeg Jets. There's multiple Winnipeg Jets on this list. I have Kyle Connor at the number 20 position. He had a decent season. I feel like he always puts up decent numbers, like every single year.
He's a rookie, isn't he? Or this is his second or third season?
It's like his third season. Okay, he did have a point per game last year. He had 73 points in 71 games.
Yeah, so that's
basically a point per game. He didn't have a great playoff.
The Winnipeg Jets, they got dusted in four.
They just weren't great.
It wasn't great because 2 of their best players were out. Patrick Laine was out, and Mark Scheifele was out.
Yeah, Mark Scheifele was out too.
And
I think he's a top 20 winger for sure.
Oh yeah. Agreed.
He has to be. He puts up great points. Career playoffs, 16 points, 27 games. He had 1 point in 4 games last year, so not great, -4. So I think he's a top 20 center. I could have put him higher, but
center. You mean
I was really debating.
Winger.
Huh?
You said center.
Oh, sorry, winger. Yeah, he's a top 20 winger. I could have put him higher, but
yeah,
I think yeah.
I agree. He could be a little higher for me. So for my number 20, I actually have Brendan Gallagher from the Montreal Canadiens.
Okay.
Definitely one of the workhorses for that team.
Yeah.
He's a top 20 winger because he's 28 years old, just about to enter his prime. Mm-hmm. Most likely. He had a decent season last year for the guy who's supposed to set the momentum and stuff. He's not supposed to score. He's not supposed to be pretty on the ice. He's supposed to be the guy that gets the garbage goals, the guy that battles in the corners and sets up plays.
That is true.
Which is why it definitely not top 15 right now. Maybe in the next couple years I could see. Maybe in the next couple years I can definitely see him top 15. For right now, he's definitely top 20. He gets a good amount of points. He did pretty well in the playoffs at the end against the Flyers.
Yeah, he did.
Got a couple points there.
Showed up.
Sadly, got his jaw broken. That's why Montreal lost Game 6. But
okay.
If anything, we would have won that series if that had happened.
Okay.
But back to Brendan Gallagher. Yeah, definitely top 20 for me.
Top 20. Yeah. Number 19, I have Taylor Hall. Now, people might get mad that I have Taylor Hall over Kyle Connor. Okay.
Actually, honorable mention. I don't have Taylor Hall on my list.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah. He was kind of disappointing.
Yeah, that's why I didn't have him.
I know. He was kind of disappointing.
Maybe top 25 for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
The Coyotes team wasn't great.
Okay, again, look. I have him in top 20. This is why, right? He had 52 points in 65 games, right? Okay, sure. Not fantastic. A -14, not great at all. Okay, but now look, Listen. He went from a trash Devils team to a not so great Coyotes team.
Wasn't he on the Oilers too? He was on the Oilers too.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about last year.
Oh, last year.
Yeah, but then he went to New Jersey, where he won a Hart. Don't forget about that. He did win a Hart, surprisingly. Look, I give him top 20 because he put up, for sure, 52 points in 65 games. He probably would have reached a 60, 65-point mark if they played 82 games. He went from a trash Devils team to a mediocre, at best, Coyotes team. And I got to give him credit to where it's due. He had to fly across the country, play in 2 different conferences, had to play with Clint Keller and Phil Kessel, and that's it really, in Arizona as their forward group. And I think I got to give him some credit. I know it was a contract year, which
they still made the playoffs.
They still did make the playoffs.
I think they were battling for a wild card spot, something like that.
They were slowly slipping out of the wild card, but then they beat Nashville to make it into the first round. They beat
Roman Josi, Norris.
Yeah,
right?
that Norris type defense.
Exactly, and the rest of that team in 4 games. So, it was, and then they just got absolutely destroyed in that Colorado series. Literally they won that 1 game, but every time Colorado won, it was 6-1 or 7-0.
Yeah,
it was bad. It was bad. But again, you're right, bad. Giving Taylor Hall some credit. But for me, I just don't see him in I don't see him as a top 20 winger. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe on Buffalo next year. Maybe.
Oh yeah,
he is playing with probably one of the best centers in the league.
He's
in Jack Eichel.
Jack Eichel.
Can't go wrong with that.
Facts.
So for my number 19, I actually have Vladimir Tarasenko.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't play that. He didn't play that great this season. He didn't play that great this season.
He didn't even play at all.
He was injured.
He played 4 games.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I'm also counting it from last season as well. He played.
Okay.
He played good. He's not
good.
A bad player. He's the guy. The first time I ever saw the one-hand talk was him. So okay. I'll give him some credit. Gotta give him some credit for that. But yeah, on NHL.com they also have him in a top 20 list. I can see why as well. His accolades. He just came off winning a Stanley Cup last year. And the team this year, it wasn't great. The team this year, it wasn't as good as everyone thought they would be.
It was basically the same team.
It was, but they lost in the first round to
they were hit by COVID too.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently, and that team was hit by COVID.
He didn't even play.
Tarasenko didn't even play. So. But you got to look at his regular season stats. He did fine. He didn't do bad.
He didn't even play.
He didn't play that much, but in those short amount of games, or how many games he ever played, it was all right. So I don't know. I just see him right now as a top 20. Maybe have him maybe even top 25 next year if he doesn't play that much. If he doesn't play great, definitely not top 20 then. But you gotta look at how he plays this season. I could see him this season as a top 20 center. For sure.
Yeah, if he's healthy.
I don't know. I just feel like right now he deserves that spot, especially from last season's performance.
You mean 2 years ago?
The 2018-19 season. How about that?
Yeah. Okay. Number 18, I got Brendan Gallagher at number 18. He's the heart and soul. Actually, no. Him and Price are the heart and soul of the Montreal Canadiens. I think a lot of people love Brendan Gallagher in Montreal. Some people hate him, which I don't even know why. I'm a Leaf fan, and I gotta give credit where it's due. Every time I watch Brendan Gallagher play against the Leafs, I always wish he's on my team because he does everything the Leafs need. And Gallagher puts up points, goes in the corners. He can fight if he wants to. He's feisty. He can block shots if he wants to. He gets garbage goals. He can do it all. He got paid. He got paid this year.
He got a nice bag, which he deserves. Kindly.
He did.
Very deserving.
If there wasn't a pandemic, he probably would have gotten more. He did get lowballed because of the pandemic. Sorry. But yeah, he's a top 20 for sure. He's in the top 20. And And then number 18?
Definitely. So for my number 18, I actually have Andrei Svechnikov.
Okay.
Not top 15 yet. This season, again, he did well with those Carolina Hurricanes. Again, not that great in the playoffs. They managed to come out of a sweep against the Rangers. Then they fell short in 5 against the Bruins. But Svechnikov, I've never seen that lacrosse goal ever until this guy invented it, pretty kind of. And this guy just stole the show. doing that on the Flames and I think the Canucks as well. So
yeah.
He also put up a good amount of goals. Is he a rookie or like this is his like second or third year?
Let me check that. I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure this is like one of his first years.
Yeah. Again, definitely having a bright future in his career.
Yeah.
Playing with Sebastian Aho, like him, like that's definitely he's probably on their first line, I would assume.
Yeah, first or second line, yeah.
And he's still young, so what does that tell you in the next couple of years? And he did really well this season, so definitely top 20 for me. Maybe next season, if he puts up like 30 goals next season, maybe he'll be top 15. Honestly, I can definitely see that happening. He's got a bright future ahead of him.
True. Number 17, I got Blake Wheeler, the captain of the Winnipeg Jets. I realized I didn't put him as a center in our top 20 centers list for
Is he
in
a
our top
center?
20.
Like
he's a center left wing.
He's on the winger list.
Yeah, I know. I didn't put him center, so I'm like, okay, I kind of have to put him here. I want to say he reached a milestone in the Jets franchise last year. I want to say it was like 20. No, I can't remember what the milestone was, but I think he deserves a top 20 slot. I felt bad not putting him top 20 because I just forgot about him completely, and then I realized today, oh wait, he's on the Winnipeg Jets and he's a top 20 player, a top 20 winger or center. Again, he does it all. Dude, Blake Wheeler, I feel like he doesn't get talked about a lot because, again, he plays on the Jets, and a lot of people don't really talk about the Jets, except for Patrick Laine, which is fact. But he doesn't get as much credit as he does. Like, look. 2019, right? Last year, 65 points in 71 games, right?
Which isn't bad. It's pretty good.
He almost averages like a point per game. 74 points in 82 games, 91 points. Back-to-back seasons.
He's there. He can just if
he puts
he's
up
there right now. Like that team, if they didn't have injuries in the playoffs, like we said in the past, they would have beaten Calgary without a doubt. But they had to deal with injuries, and they just came off COVID tests as well. So I don't know. Maybe that team would have prevailed if without the injuries. But going back to what you said, Blake Wheeler, 100% top 20 centerman. Sorry. Winger / centerman. We don't know. He can be either one. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, true.
So definitely agree with you there. So for my number 17, I actually have Kyle Connor as well.
Okay.
And what you were saying, he had a decent season this year, almost averaging. I think he averaged at least a point per game, or even just a little less or more. Yeah, again, great winger, definitely a second or first line player, which he is. Right? Can put the puck in the net. He's got the moves too. And even like you've pretty much summed it up when you were talking about him as your 20th pick.
Yeah.
So even if he has, I think next year he's gonna have a better season. Maybe put up at least 35 goals next season. Maybe get at least 75 points. I could see him getting 75 points next year.
Yeah, something he could do.
100%.
Something he could do. Number 16, I got Andrei Svechnikov. He had a breakout season. I want to say it was like 67 points or something. Him, Aho, that team is extremely scary.
Next year, they might be top in the Metro.
I think they are going to be top in the Metro. That team is filthy, literally everywhere, except for the goaltending. The goaltending's shaky, but defense, offense, they got depth everywhere. Svechnikov is not a top 15 winger yet. He's only been in the league for a couple of years and he's already top 16 for me. This guy puts up goals, and I think he could play a little bit of defense too. I'm pretty sure I've seen him play defense also. You can't go wrong with defense.
A defensive winger who can score. That's
you can't go wrong with
really
that.
Good.
Yeah. So that's Svechnikov, a top 16 forward in my eyes. And
I see what you're saying. 100%. That's why I had him in my list. So for my number 16, I already said him. I actually have Jake Getzel at number 16.
Oh, okay. 16.
Not yet. Okay. Next year, he will be a top 15, maybe even top 10 winger.
Okay.
He's going to play with Kapanen this year, so it's going to be a big adjustment. Even Jim Rutherford said that Kapanen will have a positive impact when he plays with Sidney Crosby and Jake Getzel. Jake Getzel had a good season last year as well. Right?
Until he got injured, yeah.
Until he got injured, right? But, I mean, that team still did well. So, and in the playoffs, the playoffs wasn't the greatest performance from him. It wasn't great.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Again,
it wasn't great. That's why he would have been. Maybe he would have been higher if he had a better playoff performance. But I don't know. But I'm just looking at what happened last season as well. He played really well. How many points did he? I think he got at least. Was it like
he was on a tear before he got injured.
Yeah, he was on a big point streak. How many games did he play? He didn't play 70. I don't think. I think he played like 60.
No, because he like broke his ankle or something. It was something like that.
Yeah, he didn't even. I don't think he played 60 games.
No, he only played like 39, and he had like 43 points.
Yeah, so he was averaging more points per game. And imagine if he played the rest of the season, he probably would have had maybe like 30 more. Yeah, maybe he was on there.
Maybe 90.
That's why if he didn't get injured, maybe he would have been higher on my list. But yeah, he's 100% number 16 in my eyes. Maybe no, I think top 10, maybe top 15 next year, 100%. If he doesn't.
Yeah, I have him at number 15.
All right.
He's the top 15. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Pause the recording. I just have to charge my phone. Hold on one sec. Pause. Hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to go get my charger. I'll be right back.
Okay, sorry, guys. We just had a little maintenance break. Justin's camera almost died, so just have to get that fixed. So what were we on? We were on number 15. You were on number 15. Yeah. You're just about to talk about Jake Getzel being your number 15th pick. So pretty much what I said, if you could say. Next, I mean, he did get injured, right? So let's hear what you have to say here.
He really just explained it all. Like,
it makes sense though why he's in the list.
He had it wasn't even a breakout year because the year before he had 76 points in like 82 games, so he had 40 goals. I think he's a top 15 winger. As of right now, when he's healthy, he's absolutely fantastic. I gotta give it to him. He's a playoff performer too. He had 12 points and 21 points in 12 games in 2017. When they won the Stanley Cup. When they won the Stanley Cup.
Really good.
Yeah, depth forwards helping out
16,
at that time.
16 games they played, I think. No, more.
No, 12. 12 games played he played. 21 points. 2016, 21 points in 25 games. Like, dude, this guy, like, plays, man. Like, he can put up points. So I got to give him credit. Now, again, our friend is a Pittsburgh Penguins fan, and I don't give them credit much. But, again, I got to give some credit. I gotta respect the game.
Jake Getzel
is a top 15 player in my eyes. He's a playoff performer and does it in the regular season when he's healthy.
All right, so for my number 15th pick, I have Johnny Gaudreau here. Johnny Gaudreau, again, he plays first or second line. You can it can switch because Kachuk is a left winger. He's a left winger himself. He can put up goals. Again, the Habs were so close to actually signing him. They were on the verge of it, and it was going to be a really good signing. Because he can score, he can set up plays, and that Flames team is going to be really. I feel like they're going to be like definitely, if there's a Canadian division, top 4, like I've said in the past. 4. Yeah, top for 4. Sure. Yep. They have the players, and Johnny Gaudreau is just an example of what the Flames can do. He can put up points. They can honestly go far in the playoffs, maybe next year if they play well. If they have a good year, because they did make really good adjustments with their defense. They got Chris Tanev and they got Jacob Markstrom. And
they got depth forwards too. So you can't go wrong with that.
So you can't go wrong with that. Definitely. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I also have Matthew Tkachuk on my list. So
I do also.
So yeah, definitely Johnny Gaudreau, definitely top 15 or top 20 for some people.
Yeah. I guess so.
So I'm number 14.
I have Patrick Laine at 14. I was stuck with Laine at 14 because I had him higher. I had him like top 10. And then I'm like,
he got injured.
He did get injured. Okay, look, let me explain. He's a top 14 winger because he has these cold streaks where he doesn't score for like 20 plus games or something like that. I remember he couldn't score to save his life. And now
he got 28 goals. I think he got 28 goals this season.
He did, but like he went on a cold streak where he just couldn't get the puck in the back of the net. He's a top 14 winger, right? He scores 40 plus goals, generational talent. Teams want him, right? And he's literally might get traded. He might even get traded somehow, which makes no sense. Like, I don't know what Winnipeg's thinking. Trading Laine, okay. But again,
still young.
Makes no sense.
Like 20.
He was the second overall pick in the draft that Matthews was drafted in 2016. So it makes no sense. But again, like Laine is a top 14 winger. He scores goals. He passes the puck. He goes on these cold streaks where he can't score, but then sometimes he'll be really hot and score like every other game or every game. So he's really like hit or miss sometimes. We've also heard reports that he might be like not a great teammate, which you can't really believe that anymore until it actually gets proven.
Yeah.
So I think he's a top 15 for sure. I almost had him top 10, but I think next year if he has another great season, and doesn't have these cold.
Definitely 30 goals. I feel like 30 goals for him or even more.
Oh yeah, he scores 30 goals in his sleep. He's probably gonna get 30 goals next season. Yeah.
So for my number 14 here, I have Blake Wheeler.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah. Well, I had to put him there because we couldn't put him on our centers list. So
Yeah.
definitely top 14 in my definitely top 15 in my eyes. Again, plays with the Winnipeg Jets. Again, he's was he left wing? I think he's left wing. He can score.
Left wing center.
He can score. He's the captain. He sets a place. You pretty much explained it earlier. You can't complain with having Blake Wheeler on your team.
That is true. You really can't.
Exactly. That Jets team. Like if they have no injuries, they're gonna be like a top team, 100%.
Yeah, but their defense is not great.
Exactly. Like if their defense plays good, then maybe that's the thing.
Yeah, but
they could have won. That's the problem. They could have won. Maybe they should have signed Tyson Barrie in the free agency. But
that would have been cool.
That would have been great. But I mean, again, they have really good forwards that can develop. And Blake Wheeler is probably one of the reasons why they're still like a top team, like in their division. So definitely top 15 in my eyes. So he's my number 14th pick. So
number 13, I have the first flame out here, Matthew Tkachuk. I had him at 11 at one point, but I'm like, no, he's not. He's not there yet. He's top 13. He is top 13. I gotta give credit where it's due again. I know I hate on the Flames because our friend's a Flames fan, but I just hate to make fun of him. But dude, I gotta give Matthew Tkachuk credit, man. This guy's actually a really great hockey player. Like, dude, he fights. You know what's funny? He fights all the time. He'll fight Drew Doughty. He'll fight other guys. He's not scared.
He'll fight everyone. He'll fight everyone.
He'll fight anyone.
Seriously.
Like I'm pretty sure he wants to fight Corey Perry one time or something like that. Oh man, he'll fight anyone. He scores. He even plays good defense. He's actually like a solid defender, which is fantastic. He gets in the corners. He stick lifts, puck battles. He's in there every time. Every time you turn on TV and you watch the Flames game, you see him in the corners at least 4 times every game. That's just how it is. He's one of those dirty players, and he is better than Brady Tkachuk. Just saying. And this is why he's a top 13 winger. He does it all. He just does it all.
Honorable mention in my list. I forgot to include for my honorable mentions. Jamie Benn is not on my top 20 list.
Oh yeah, he's not
right now. He's not now. Probably not even. Yeah. Probably not even for the rest of the season.
Probably not even there.
But yeah. All right, because you talked about Corey Perry for a second. So my number 13, I actually have Patrick Laine there.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Patrick Laine, great player. Yeah. Again, like what you were saying. If he didn't get injured, maybe he would have had more goals. But he did, sadly. Again, he got drafted second overall in 2016 and hasn't really had a bad season. Every season that he's played has either been mediocre or great. And I know this guy could put more than 35 goals pucks in the net. How much?
I think so.
Yeah. Next season, definitely. If they're all healthy, definitely he'll put up at least 30, 40 goals. I can see that happening. He's probably one of their best players, if not the best player on their team.
Yeah.
Definitely top 3 for sure. That's why he's on my list again. Can put the puck in the net, can make plays, and he's still young, so he's still got a long career ahead of him.
Okay. That makes sense. Number 12, I got my guy, which I hate on him a lot, but I gotta give credit again. Mitch Marner. I have him in the top 12 of wingers. Now, I hate on him, right? Because the money he makes does not serve to what he puts up in games. Now, I cannot be mad at what he does on the ice. I'm mad at the money he makes.
Hang on, before you continue, speaking of Leaf players, honorable mention William Nylander as well.
He's not here. It's close. He's not here.
It was close.
It was close. I gotta say, I gotta give it to Mitch Marner, man. I know I hate on him, but I gotta give it to him. Look, he puts up ridiculous numbers, right? Actually, no, they're not even ridiculous. They're like good to great, right? He had 69 points in 82 games in 2017, 94 points in 82 games. That's absolutely fantastic. Last year, remember, he was injured also, so he only played 59 games, and he had 67 total points. So he's
very good.
Fantastic. He's fantastic in the regular season. He doesn't score much, but he gets those assists.
Now,
to my guy Austin Matthews.
Now, it's a different story in the playoffs, though, when it comes to
now again. Okay, in the playoffs, again, he performs in the playoffs. Like, don't get me wrong, he does. I have the statistics right here. It's just that last year they ran into a brick wall in Corpus Salvo, and you cannot do anything about that. He has 2016, 4 points in 6 games. 2017, 9 points in 7 games. 2018, 4 points in 7 games. Last year, 4 points in 5 games.
Notice how they haven't even played 10 games in the times they made the playoffs.
I know, that's true. That is true. I'm telling you, dude, this guy's a playoff performer. Like, I know I hate on him a lot because, you know, the money, 11 mil from a little overpayment. But again, man, like, it's not even that bad of a contract. It's just that, like, sometimes he just really gets me mad. But I got to give him credit. He plays his heart out. I know he does. I know he tries. Sometimes the media will be like, oh, no, Mitch Marner isn't trying hard enough. Which makes sense.
Next season.
I got to give credit.
Yeah. Next season, definitely. Because he's also got those veteran players in Wayne Simmons, Joe Thornton, who have been there before, have been close to winning cups, especially Joe Thornton. He was close. Jason Spetz is there as well. So, you know what? Like, you can see, again, I agree with you. You can definitely see Mitch Marner having a better season next year. And he's not even bad. It's just the money that he's making is not what he should be making. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He should not be making more than Sidney Crosby. That's all I got to say there.
Okay. We're not going to go into that.
But, so for my number, was it number 12? Right?
Number 12. Dude, one more thing. Bro, 2015 when he played for the London Knights in the playoffs, dude, in the regular season, he had 116 points in 57 games. In the playoffs, 44 points in 18 games.
This guy was a machine.
That's some, like, my career type numbers. Like, holy.
I know.
But I just had to point that out. That was insane. Keep going.
Okay, so for what, number 12, right? Number 12. I have – who do I got? I got Matthew Tkachuk at number 12.
Okay.
Again, very good player, 100%. Definitely could be a top 10 next year if he puts up a lot of goals. This year he played really well. This guy scored like 2 between the legs goals. I'm like, I was so shocked. He had a good season. He had a good season too. Wasn't he? I think he was an all-star as well. Wasn't he an all-star?
He was an all-star. Yeah.
He was an all-star. He scores goals. He plays with a good team. And he always gets into scraps. He likes to get under everyone's skin. He's one of those players. He's got to fight. Like he's like you on it. Like a lot of people think he's like one of those players. Oh, they can't. They're like pretty boys, like Matthews. They can only shoot. Like they can't fight. This guy could scrap. Like I'm telling you, like, this guy will fight. This guy will fight anybody in the league. Like not a problem at all. Like a more modern day Nazem Kadri. Like let's be honest.
Yeah. But at least Tkachuk does not get suspended as much. So that's what you love to see.
That's what you like to see there.
That's what you like to see.
That's why definitely top 12 for me.
Yeah. Number 11, right outside of the top 10. I'll go with the Vegas Golden Knight, not Mark Stone, Max Pacioretty. Pacioretty I have at number 11. Again, I was debating on putting him top 10 because what he's done throughout his career is absolutely phenomenal. But
he had good points, dude.
He's had great seasons. He's had multiple great seasons with Montreal and Vegas now. But dude, I was between him and Mark Stone in the top 10. So I was like, I think
I have them both in top 10.
You have them both top 10. I don't know. I'll give Pacioretty full credit. He performs in the playoffs when you need him to. 8 points, 16 games. In 2018, 11.7 games. He's a playoff performer. He does it all. He's like just a better version of Marner. Like when you really think about it, he's just like an older version and better version of Mitch Marner, who scores more than Mitch Marner, of course. You know, so he kind of reminds me of Mitch Marner, just who scores a lot, just scores a ton more. That's it.
Agreed.
So yeah.
So for my number 11, I actually have Mitch Marner just outside the top 10.
Okay.
No, I was debating on it. I was debating on putting him in top 10, but after what I've seen this season, he doesn't deserve it yet. Next season, maybe. I could see Matthews having over 45 goals. And probably, and I'm pretty sure maybe 80% of those goals will be set up by Mitch Marner. 100%.
Probably.
I could definitely see Mitch Marner having at least like 40, 50 assists, like something assists, a lot of assists. He doesn't have to be a goal scorer, but he can be the playmaker, you can say.
Yeah, dude, he already had like 51 assists last year in like 57 games or something like that.
He was also injured. Imagine when he plays a full 82 game season or even 70. Definitely gonna pull up a lot more points. Definitely top 11 in my eyes. So, all right, to our number 10. Who do you got at number 10?
I have the other Golden Knight out here, Mark Stone. I have him in the top 10. I feel like every time I watch this guy, I feel like he gets better by the years. It's crazy.
It's better with age.
Age is like fine wine. Again, it pretty much explains it. Playoff performer, excels in times when you need him to. He scores clutch goals when you need him to. I still remember The one against us, San Jose 2 years ago when yeah, that series was absolutely chaotic. I still remember he scoring clutch goals. This year, well, in the bubble, he scored clutch goals. I still remember those ones. He's a point per game player technically. He puts up points when you need him to. Sure, he gets injured at occasions. Like, he gets injured sometimes, but like when he's healthy, dude, you can't stop the man. Like, you really can't. He does everything well. He does everything well. That's why he gets paid big time.
Yeah, exactly.
Big time player gets big time money. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
he's a top 10 player.
For my number 10 pick, I actually have Max Pacioretty there.
Feels like we're like one off.
Yeah,
like every single.
Definitely top 10 in my eyes. Again, he had a great couple seasons with the Vegas Golden Knights. Played phenomenal for Montreal. Close to winning a Stanley Cup. Close again in 2018 in their first year of actually being a team in the NHL. And last season was no different. Like they made it to the conference finals and ran into a hot Dallas team. Took them out in 5 games. But Max Pacioretty played pretty good in these playoffs. Again, what you were saying when you were talking about him, definitely puts up a lot of goals, puts up a good amount of goals. Again, he's like a better version of Mitch Marner, you could say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why. I don't know. Definitely top 10 in my eyes, for sure. And next season, I could see him playing the same. Like, I don't see him playing any different. If he leaves, though, I don't know, because he has really good chemistry on that Vegas team.
He does. He does. Number nine. This might surprise you. I don't know if I don't think it will. I got Jonathan Huberdeau out here, number 9.
I have him really close to number 9. So
yeah. I have him top 10. Again, he's underrated. No one really talks about him because again he plays mediocre at best. Again, Florida Panthers team, which I don't even know when they're gonna make the playoffs because next year I don't think so. I'll just be straight up.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen, man. Sorry. Dude, last year, sure, 4 games is a small amount, but he had 3 points. Point per game player excels at that. Again, and he plays with guys like, okay, sure, Barkov, Huberdeau, right? Dadonov is gone. Hoffman's going to be gone. So it's really just Barkov and Huberdeau and I guess Patrick Hornquist now. So I guess Barkov is going to have to put up more points now with Barkov out here. Huberdeau and Barkov might be like the top 2 players.
They might have to be one. They might be one of the best duos next year.
They might have to be.
Maybe they're gonna play that. They're gonna play that clutch offense. Like
yeah, that OP offense, man. Those 2 guys are no joke. Like I know they don't get talked about a lot because they're in Florida and like Tampa Bay just absolutely shatters them. Like in fans and everything.
No, they have way more fans.
Yeah, but like, dude, we gotta give Huberdeau some credit out here. Like he plays tremendous. He plays well. He fights hard. He's a leaf killer too. I hate to say it. I feel like he's a leaf killer also. Like it's absolutely insane. But I think he is a top 10 winger in the NHL.
Yeah,
top 9.
All right, I see what you're saying. So for my number 9, I actually have Mark Stone.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 9, 100%.
Do you have Huberdeau? Hold on. Do you have Huberdeau at 8?
Yeah, I got Huberdeau. At 8. So Mark Stone definitely number 9 for me. Again, plays really well with Vegas. Has great chemistry with his line mates. 100%. He can put the puck in the net. Gets better with age, like you said, like fine wine. Exactly.
Yeah.
Very similar to what you were saying. So yeah. I agree with what you said. Definitely, maybe he could be. I just like Pacioretty, I could see him playing the exact same. Maybe even just a little bit better. Maybe putting up more points. Like that Vegas team is going to be really good next year. Like I'm telling you, like they're going to win the Stanley Cup in the next 5 years. They have to.
Wait, who?
The Golden Knights might probably.
Oh, the Golden Knights, yeah.
In the next 5 years, 100%. Like seriously, hopefully, like they deserve it.
Cool. That would be cool.
They've made the playoffs every year that they've played. So.
No. Yeah. Fact. Number 8, I got one of the Colorado Avalanche players out here, Gabriel Landeskog, out here in the number 8 position. Yes, I do. This guy, I don't know how to explain it. Him, Rantanen, and I can't forget my guy, Nathan McKinnon, the best center in the NHL. Once that line steps up, there's no stopping it. And you got it. It's like the perfection line, but maybe better right now because they're younger, less injuries. Actually, I shouldn't say less injuries because they were injured, except for Nathan McKinnon last year. But like they might be like probably the best line in the NHL. Like them might be top 2. Then Bruins number 2. Like no cap. Like dude, this first line is insanely scary. Like once you see them on the ice, you better run away because this team will score. This first line will score. And with Landeskog out here, And don't worry, Ranton is still I still have to name him. He's in my top 10 still. This team is scary good. They will win. Actually, no. They will most likely win the Stanley Cup next year if the Leafs don't. I will say this again. They will win the Stanley Cup next year if the Leafs don't. I will say it again if you didn't hear me. The Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah, we all heard you. We all heard you.
Good.
We all heard you.
Good.
It's not going to be the Leafs, so I probably can see Colorado winning. So
maybe. But dude, we got to give Landeskog credit out here. Like I know we only talk about Nathan McKinnon and like Mikko Rantanen, but I kind of think Landeskog flies under the radar on the first line there. I feel like he doesn't get as much praise as he should. Sure, he gets injured, but dude, again, another playoff performer. It's like every one of these like wingers are playoff performers out here. Like he puts up points, point per game machine out here. Like no cap. Like actually, okay, I actually know what's he point per game, but like he scores a ton of goals. 23, 20, 18, 25, 34, 21. Can't go wrong with that. He's just insanely good, and especially on that first line.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So, for my number 8, we already discussed Jonathan Huberdeau. But for what you were saying, I couldn't fit him in, so I'm just gonna tie him with I'm just gonna tie Landeskog with Huberdeau at number 8. I had to fit certain guys. Like I just see them at the same level. Huberdeau and Landeskog. Huberdeau,
that makes sense.
Great player. He doesn't get as much recognition. Same thing as Landeskog. Again, he plays with Nathan McKinnon. And just like Jonathan Huberdeau plays with Barkov. They get outshined, but they still have tremendous seasons. Like like, they both play good. The Colorado Avalanche are going to be a very good team. Could win probably going to win the next 5 years. I can see that for sure.
Probably next year.
And the Florida Panthers, like if they play good next season, Huberdeau and Barkov could be probably a top 5, maybe even top 3 duo in the NHL, and it's a fact. Like they could be one of the top scoring duos. Like, I could see that happen. Barkov puts up goals, Huberdeau puts up goals, and I can't put one over the other. I just feel like they're the same. Like they're in the same like boat, kind of, you could say.
Yeah. Number 7 out here, I got from the Boston Bruins, not Pasta. Ryan Marchand at number 7. You see, again, I hate to say it because, like, rival out here, but he is and now he does miss penalty shots on occasions like me. But again, I can't go unnoticed. He cannot go unnoticed. I have to put him in the top 10. Him and
Pasta were probably the best duo last year. Top three.
Mm-hmm.
They did really well.
I have to give him credit. Now, again, he did carry my fantasy team last year. Can't forget about that. We like that.
Exactly.
But again, he did. He's of course. So I got to give him some praise. Like again, he's insanely good, which makes me mad, right? Because he absolutely outplays everyone on the Leafs every time I see him on the ice, even in Toronto, and he just makes everyone just be quiet in the Scotiabank Arena. Like we can't say anything bad about him because he's a great hockey player.
He just makes everyone quiet, like no cap.
Yeah, I like to trash talk him because he's on the Bruins, but then when I really think about it, I'm like, I can't do that.
It's like you can't talk shit about Marchand. Like you just
look at what he does. I gotta give him praise to where he deserves it. Like again, he's won Stanley Cups. Last year, okay, in the bubble, he didn't have Tuukka Rask, so it makes sense why they got eliminated early.
But he didn't even play bad in those playoffs.
He didn't even play bad. He had like 12 points in 13 games. Like I can't go wrong with that. He's on the perfection line, so of course he's gonna get the points. 100 points a season if he wants. He's only reached 100 points a season once. That's quite shocking. Only 100 points once. But like he scores goals, 36 goals, 28, 34, 39,
if he wants a Stanley Cup, he's got to do it this season. Otherwise, I think after this season, they might have to go into a rebuild. We'll see.
Yeah.
It could happen because their defense is not the greatest. It's not great. It's not good at all, actually, I can say. Just not great. Like your best defender is Curtis McAvoy or whatever. Like Charlie McAvoy. That's it. Charlie McAvoy. Like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying about Marchand. At number 7, I actually have Mikko Rantanen.
Okay.
Definitely top 10. Definitely top 10 for me.
Yeah, he is.
Plays with McKinnon on the first line. That line, again, dangerous line.
Yeah, dangerous.
Could be top 5 line in the league next year. I can see
It's
that.
probably top 2 right now.
They can score. They can score. McKinnon can put the puck in the net. Rantanen can put the puck in the net, and Landeskog sets them both up. It's just a perfect line. You can't go wrong with that. And Mikko Rantanen had a great season as well. He can score goals. And I got him on my hut team in Chell. Like, we like that.
That is true.
It's great. He scores goals in hut. He scores goals in hut and in real life. We like it.
In real life, you can't go wrong with that.
And in real life. So you can't go wrong with putting him in your top 10 list. He could even next season definitely could see him top 5, 100%.
Maybe. Yeah. Number 6, I have Mikko Rantanen. So you technically took the words right out of my mouth. So I'm not even gonna say. I basically described him with Landeskog already. Like, there's not really much to explain. Like, he does it all. It's basically another perfection line out there in Colorado. I gotta give their GM a lot of credit. He's absolutely fantastic at what he's doing. Stealing players from other teams, finessing his way into trades, into contracts. Mackenzie Blackwood. Nathan McKinnon is getting paid like $7 million. Oh, wow! I wish Matthews could take that deal. But like, it's
what a great deal for them to get Rant. Like, for real.
Devon Tays $4 million. That's a steal. It's oh my gosh, man. Mikko Rantanen, not a top 5 winger yet, but top 6 for sure.
Still young.
He's still quite young. He's top 6 for sure.
So for my number 6, I actually have Brad Marchand again.
Okay.
Very, very entertaining to watch. Again, makes the Air Canada or the Scotiabank Arena just be quiet the entire time as soon as he gets on the ice. Like, literally, when the Leafs have a 3-2 series lead in Game 6, he just shuts the door and says, "No, we're gonna
literally our father.
We're gonna win in 7," and they end up winning in 7 in Boston. So you gotta give him credit. He can put the puck in the net. He's definitely gonna have a better season with Pasternak as well. They're probably gonna be a top 5 duo in the league next year as well. Like, I could definitely see. They already are. Yeah, exactly. They already are. So they'll definitely stay there. They're not going to go anywhere. And that's probably going to be the reason why the Bruins have life. That's it. That power line in Marchand, Bergeron, and Pasternak are probably the only reasons why they're going to be at least trying to contend for a Stanley Cup. Other than that, I feel like it's going to be over because Bergeron's getting old too, right? So you got to worry about rebuilding that team. That team that made the playoffs every year in the last decade. They made the playoffs every year. I don't think they missed one playoff series last year. Like, missed one playoffs or last decade. So you know what? You got to give them credit for that.
Yeah. Now
moving into our top 5. Who do you got at number 5?
Number 5. This might hurt a lot of people's feelings, but I have Alexander Ovechkin at the number 5 slot.
Really?
Yes, I do. I think there's 4 other wingers better than Ovi. The only reason why I have him in the 5th spot.
Dude, he scored 50 goals He scored 50 goals. What? Like, he scored 50 goals last season.
Okay, sure. Sorry, no, 48. Tied with Pasta, by the way. They shared the Rocket Richard trophy. But, dude, every time I see Ovechkin, I just think of another Austin Matthews. Like, they both score amazing. Like, they both score 40+ goals, right? Hear me out. This might sound unrealistic, but really, when you think about it, it actually sounds realistic. They both score over 40 goals. Amazing clappers, wrist shots insane, slap shots insane. Defense, dude, the defense is not great. Like, every time I see Ovi, I just think of a minute Austin Matthews. Like, dude, when do you ever see Ovi play defense like that? Please tell me when. When do you ever see Ovi play defense? The only thing he does is go on the power play, go in his office, score. That's it. Now,
which is what you want. You want a winger. A winger is not really supposed to play defense as much as a center should.
Come on, we've seen Marner play defense. He's literally on the penalty kill. We've seen Tkachuk play defense. Like,
is Ovi on the penalty kill though? Is Ovi on the penalty?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he plays defense like that. He's a top 5 player.
I could see what you're saying, but I don't know. I'm just surprised you having him at 5.
Sorry, I just have 4 other wingers better than them.
So for my number 5, I actually have Patrick Kane.
I knew it.
100% top 5 winger. Like, come on. Won 3 Stanley Cups this last decade. He probably has the best hands in the league, without a doubt. Can stick handle the puck. Can score. I have him better. I have him better than Jonathan Toews. A lot of people shouldn't be surprised about that. 100%.
No,
I don't think they should. But yeah, I could definitely see Patrick Kane better than Brad Marchand, Mikko Rantanen. It's just a fact. But he's been there. He's been there. He's won cups. He can score. Like, he didn't even have a bad season last year.
Yeah.
He had a pretty good season with that not so great Chicago Blackhawks team, and now they're going into a rebuild. He might even get traded. So, like, who knows? He could be gone from from the Chicago Blackhawks. And if he does, and he goes to like the Devils, maybe he has like 40 points next year and carries that team.
Mm-hmm.
So
maybe.
Maybe. That's why definitely top 5.
Yeah. Number 4, I have David Pastrnak in the number 4 slot. So I have him at number 4 because, again, him to Ovi, I just find it really similar. Like, is it just me, or do you see like Ovi, like Pastrnak, kind of similar as Ovechkin? Like,
I feel like Pastrnak can do more than Ovechkin.
Yeah, I know. Same here. That's why I have him higher than Ovechkin out here. Sorry, like that's just what I think. Again, Pastrnak burst onto the scene in 2014, first season. 27 points, 46 games. That's certainly not bad for your first season. And then he just exploded. Like, points per game. He's a playoff performer. I've seen it against the Leafs on multiple occasions. It's not even fair anymore. Even last year in the bubble, 10 points in 10 games. He scores 48 goals, 47 assists. So
he played 10 games. How did he play 10 games? He was injured for a while. Like, I know. He wasn't fit to play. It didn't seem like he played 10 games. It was like I know. I was surprised. I don't think he played many round robin games. How many games did he play in the round robin?
He passes the puck.
No, there's no way. Wait, hang on. There's no way he played 10 games because the Tampa series was 5 games, and there were only 3 round robin games. So how would they play 10 games in the playoffs?
Didn't they win their first round?
Thank you. I forgot.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So
yeah. I know, but like
yeah. They played more than 10. Yeah. They played more than 10 games, but he probably played 10 games, something like that.
Yeah, he played. Yeah. I have him in top 4. Like, this guy, I can't say anything bad about him. Again, he with Marchand and Bergeron all carry my fantasy team, so I got to give him credit for that too, you know. But like, you can't go wrong with Pastrnak. He's only 23. He passes the puck 47 assists with 48 goals. Can't go wrong with that at all. 95 points in 70 games. So he was easily going to reach the 100-point mark with 12 games to go if they had a full season. Like, 21 plus 21, 20 power play goals, 18 power play assists out here. Like, it's absurd how these young guys are so good at hockey, just like that. Like, in the first 6 seasons, he's already a top 5 winger in the NHL. Like, just think about that. Like,
how many seasons did you say?
He's been in the league 6 seasons, 2014
he's only 23.
Wow. Or what is he, 24? 25? Oh,
he's 20. I think he's 23. I think.
Is he 23? Okay, I don't even know. He was born 1996.
Again, still young. Still hasn't even reached his prime, and he's already getting 50 goals. So it makes sense.
24, I think. Yeah. 24. He's 24. He was born 1996, yeah.
So for my number 4, I actually have Alex Ovechkin, like what you were saying before. Definitely top 5, 100%.
Yeah.
Put the puck in the net. Almost got 50 goals. Tied with Pastrnak again. Yeah. I got nothing to say. You pretty much explained it. That's why he gets 4 more goals next season. Maybe he'll play even better. So we'll see. Yeah, that's why definitely top 4 for me.
Yeah. Number 3, I have my guy from Chicago. You already know, Patty Kane. I have him as the top 3 winger. Now, I asked you before, who's better, Patty or Pasta? And you said Pasta. But I'm like, I don't know. I go with Patrick Kane out here because, look, he has 3 cups to his name. He performed against the Edmonton Oilers. Remember, the Edmonton Oilers, who everyone had the Oilers beating the Blackhawks.
We said in 4 for Chicago.
We did say in 4.
And we were right.
We did say Canadians
take our word on that. We also said Habs in 4. Oh, no, Pittsburgh's winning. No, Edmonton's oiling. McDavid and Crosby. No. Screw that. Get that out of here. You were right.
Top 3 winger. Because this guy, every time I see him play, he always plays his heart out. It doesn't matter what the game is. It could be down 6-1. He's out there playing out of his mind. He has these insane games against the Leafs, which it hurts me, but it's fantastic to watch. Him against Matthews. It's fantastic. He's a top 3 winger because he beat the Oilers. He even stole a game against the Vegas Golden Knights, who we all thought Vegas was going to just sweep.
We all thought that was a sweep.
They stole a game. Kane is still a top 3 winger in the NHL. I'm still convinced he's a top 3 winger in the NHL. He puts up insane amount of points with the Chicago Blackhawks team, who isn't that great. Like, look, they got Nylander's brother, Taze, Kane, DeBrincat, Kirby Dach, who scored 30 goals, and Kubalik. Okay, that's a solid top 6. But other than that, like, it's not great. He's a top 3 winger. I think he's more valuable to the Chicago Blackhawks than Pastrnak with for the Bruins. That's what I think. And it's clearly shown multiple years previously. And I still think now.
You got to remember, if it wasn't Pasternak's, again, he's still 25.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's
Patrick Kane is like, what, is he 30?
Yeah, he's like 32. That's why I said
exactly. He's had way longer to show that. So I know. You can't really compare Pasternak to Patrick Kane
right now
with cup wise.
Kane has been more valuable than Pasternak. He's been more valuable to his own team than Pasta. Because without Kane, Chicago is nothing right now. Without Pasta, the Bruins would actually still be decent without Pasta. Chicago would be absolutely garbage without Patrick Kane.
I can see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So for my number 3, I actually have Nikita Kucherov.
Number 3.
Oh
wow, okay.
Why do you have him? You have him higher?
Yeah, I do have him higher.
Yeah, again, played really well for Tampa in the playoffs. Okay. Can score goals. Invented probably one of my favorite dekes to use in Shell, the Kucherov.
Okay.
100%. Again, can score goals as well. He just came off winning a Stanley Cup, so he's hot and fresh. He's ready to go for next year. He's ready. He wants to win another Stanley Cup. And honestly, I can see that Tampa team being the top of the Eastern Conference. It will happen. It will happen. There's no doubt in my mind they'll be top. And you know who's going to be the leading goal scorer on that team? Kucherov right there.
I don't know where to playing.
Yeah, I don't know, but I definitely see him in point playing first line. Like I honestly I don't see Stamkos playing first line anymore.
No, he's not going to.
Like I don't think that's gonna happen anymore. I think his time is up.
Yeah.
It's sad to see, but like you got to remember it's time for Kucherov, he's not even that old. Like he's still
he's not.
Yeah, he's not. And he can. How many points did he have last season? I think he had something like.
He was absolutely fantastic.
Fantastic. At least like 75 or more.
Yeah, or higher than that. He must have been.
Must have, yeah.
And then in the playoffs, too, it was absolutely insane.
Exactly. The playoffs, he had a good amount of goals, too. So that's why he's definitely top 3 in my eyes.
Number 2 for me, I have Artemi Panarin. I had him number 1 before the show, but I'm like, no, I can't. I had him number 1. But then I came to the conclusion I cannot put him number 1. He is a top 2 winger in the NHL. There's not much to say. You can even just watch the highlights by yourself. Like 95 points in 69 games. Nice. He scores and passes the puck. And I think he can play defense a little. Like 32 goals, 63 assists. He's a playoff performer. Points per game basically every season that he's played, except for 2 seasons, which he had 77, 74 points. So can't go wrong with that. He had a plus 36 last year. Just remember that. And again, with a injured Mika Zibanejad, because Zibanejad was also injured for some of the part of the season. So let's not forget about that. He could have been higher on the list, but they just got absolutely blown out by the Carolina Hurricanes. So that's why I have him as the number 2 winger. If they actually went farther into the playoffs, I would have had him at number 1. But I think we can pretty much tell who's my number 1 winger right now. But Panarin is a number 2 winger in the NHL.
For number 2, I also have Artemi Panarin. Again, exactly what you were saying. With an injured Zibanejad, this guy still put up points, still put up assists, and still put up goals. Played really well. Did not got absolutely dusted by the Hurricanes. But you got to remember that Hurricanes team was scary, and the Rangers I don't think were ready yet because they didn't play a full 82-game season. So they were not expecting a playoff run. So you got to give them that. They're also younger. They're also a young team. But now you got to look at Panarin's performance this year. Absolutely phenomenal. Him and Zibanejad were probably one of the top 3 or 5. I don't even know. Duos in the NHL. Like they put up goal as soon as Zibanejad came back. Like they both played amazing. Like Zibanejad had a great season, and Panarin even had a better season than he did the year prior with the Blue Jackets. Definitely could see him being next season definitely top 3 winger again in my eyes for next season.
Oh yeah, I think so.
100%. That's why he's at my number 2 spot.
Yeah, and on my number 1, I have Nikita Kucherov in the number 1 position. I had Kucherov at the number 2, but then I realized no. After what I've seen in the playoffs, you cannot go wrong with Kucherov as the number 1 winger.
Think about this before you continue. We got Vasilevsky as our number 1 goalie and Victor Hedman as our number 1 defense, and now think about that. And now Kucherov is your number 1 winger.
Think about that.
That's crazy.
Let me tell you something out here. Let me tell you something. This was a down year in the regular season. A down year. A year that wasn't even awfully as great as the year previous where he had 128 points in 82 games. In his down year, 68 games, 85 points. That's insanely good for a down year. In the playoffs, this is why I have him as the number one position. This is why he's finally Stanley Cup champion, right? He does it all. He even goes in the corner sometimes. That's what he loves.
So exactly.
And he is a legit. When you look at playoff performer, you think of Nikita Kucherov out here. 34 points in 25 games, 7 goals with the 27 assists. So we like the assists. He's the assist man out there. See that? He's just dishing out all the goals to a Brayden Point. Just assist. We like that. We like the assists.
Exactly.
So I got to give credit to Nikita Kucherov. He is the top winger in the NHL. I had him or Panera, but I did have Nikita Kucherov out there. The playoffs proved to me that I cannot underestimate Nikita Kucherov. He has put up multiple, not one, but 2 100-point seasons, 85 points last year in under 70 games, 34 points in the playoffs, almost 40 points in the playoffs.
Exactly. Yeah. He had a very good playoff run.
He's had multiple great seasons. He performed. Look at that. Even in the playoffs, 2015, when they made it to the finals.
Yeah, and now he finally has a ring. So, he can say now he's a Stanley Cup champion.
He's basically a point-per-game performer in the playoffs. It's insane. No, actually, no, he is. He has 95 points in total in 90 playoff games. He's absolutely phenomenal. This is why the Lightning won the Stanley Cup. Best goalie, best defender, and best winger. And a top 7 center.
I would agree with you, but I think my number one pick played better this season. So for my number one, from the Dallas Stars, Corey Perry, 100%.
Oh my God, stop.
No, I'm capping.
Corey Perry?
No, I'm kidding. Obviously, really? He got suspended in the Winter Classic. Can you imagine? All the dislike, all the hate from that. Like, no, but for real, I actually got David Pastrnak as the best winger in my opinion.
Okay.
In the league right now, based off last season's performance, he is the best winger in the season in the NHL.
Okay.
Again, almost 50 goals as a 24-year-old player. Like Ovechkin couldn't get more than him. Think about that.
No,
Ovechkin's been in the league for so. He couldn't get more than him. Ovechkin's a veteran. He's like their best player without a doubt, right? On the Washington Capitals.
Well, no,
Pasternak's
out there too.
I know, but like Pasternak's got to like compete with like Bergeron and Marchand for goals. And this guy at a young age is still putting up 48 goals. If the season continued, he would have been the top scorer in the league in my eyes. I think so. Him and Matthews would have been tied in my opinion.
Yeah.
It would have been like I don't think Ovechkin would have scored any more goals. It would have been Matthews and Pastrnak. For me, Pastrnak would have the most goals.
Yeah.
Again, he played with that Bruins team who pretty much he was the main reason why the Bruins finished first. They finished first overall, and it's because this guy can put up a goal pretty much every single game, or a point every single game, maybe even 2 points most games. It's just a fact. He gets set up by Marchand, and he can even set up Bergeron and Marchand as well to score. That line is the reason why they were first place. You got to give that credit, especially Pastrnak getting a lot of goals. And a lot.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I don't disagree with you. Like he's a top 5 winger. You have a top 1. I won't disagree. I see what you're saying. I won't counter that because you spit straight facts out there. So I won't disagree.
Gotta spit those facts, eh?
Yeah, I won't disagree, but I don't know. To me, I think Kucherov is just a slightly better than Pastrnak. But
all right, yeah, it was wow. I think that's been recording for a while now, so we're gonna end it there. It's been a great episode. We're gonna maybe we'll analyze this week, next Friday, this Friday's episode. Talk about the NBA draft. Talk about our opinions. Hopefully, more NBA trades happen. Maybe hopefully some more NHL news will break out with some signings.
Hopefully,
excuse me. They still have to announce some certain signings. They still have to announce a date. Maybe some more Nations League news. And we'll see you guys then.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I think that's it. Put your top 5 wingers list in the comments. I want to see what you guys are saying. I want to see what you guys are saying. Because maybe you disagree. Maybe we'll disagree. Maybe we'll disagree with you. Maybe we'll agree with you. Who knows?
Maybe.
But
I think we'll cop it off.
We'll leave it there, guys. Subscribe to our channel. Hopefully you like the video. Like and comment. We'll see you guys on Friday. Take care and peace, everyone.
Peace.